Zohran Mamdani is doing well. And the better that Zohran Mamdani does in the polls, the worse Andrew Cuomo gets with his campaigning. Let's take a look at this new AI ad that he released.
Hello, it's me, de Blasio. You know, New York City's least favorite mayor. Today, I want to introduce you to my mini-me Mamdani. Hiya! If you thought my policies were evil, you're gonna freaking hate this.
Sure will, boss.
In 2020, I cut $1 billion from the NYPD, which dramatically spiked crime.
But I wanted to fund the police entirely.
So evil, so unsafe. My mini-me also wants to cut gifted and talented school programs for kids, just like I tried, until the backlash.
There's no such thing as talent. Socialism means we're all equally dumb.
Right. And he's even copying my failed rent freeze I tried on millions of units, which ended up plunging the rates of available units and making the housing crunch higher and stop new housing construction, which would actually lower rents.
But I'm gonna do the same thing while doing a TikTok dance.
And most evil of all, I depoliced sex work, which ended up increasing sex trafficking for women and young girls in New York City.
So I'm gonna take it further by decriminalizing prostitution completely.
Wow. Once again, I find myself asking the question that some of you in the chat are asking as well, which is, who is this for? Like, who is going to watch this and go, hell yeah, brother, I'm voting for Andrew Cuomo? I don't understand. Anyway, what's dumb about this clip is that Zohran has never promised free housing or free transportation. He's promised a rent freeze on rent-stabilized apartments and free puzzles. You still pay for the subway. His agenda is fairly doable if negotiated with Albany. I wish that he could promise free housing and free transportation. That'd be sick. Sweet. I'm in a good ad spot. Very pro Mamdani ad spot. Let's go. For the record, it obviously did not end there. Cuomo is throwing out mailers, or the Cuomo campaign is throwing out mailers. The Michael Bloomberg pack with DoorDash has decided that the Hasan 9/11 stuff is actually really good. Has anyone seen these yet? I had a couple of my friends in New York report to me that they got Instagram ads, and someone sent me the mailer as well. Oh, here it is. Tyson Brody reports, amazing fix the city ads on IG. Favorite part is that they have to add 9/11 for Hasan rather than just his name, unlike the other two, because Googling Hasan would just bring up his channel and fans. Google Hasan Pica 9/11, paid for by Fix the City Inc. Executive Director Megan Brown. Top 3 donors Michael Bloomberg, DoorDash, and John Hess. Not expressly or otherwise authorized or requested by any candidate or the candidate's committee or agent. More information at nyc.gov/follow-the-money. Vote for Cuomo. And then Google Rebecca Kadaga and Google Siraj Wahaj. Why did they say Hasan Piker 9/11? Why didn't they just put my name? That's nothing quite as sad as a super PAC that never landed on something that works, just endless spaghetti at the wall. My meme became real. He kept trying to Google you. Every time I go, I see it. Everywhere I go, I see his face. There are so many people in politics and media obsessed with messaging to a population of Americans that statistically do not exist. It's very gratifying to see Cuomo run his whole campaign around it and just eat relentless shit. Completely true, and yet I would like to hear more. How would you describe this population? Guy who works at a factory but vociferously supports businessmen and the free market, hates socialism, season ticket Israel Maccabees fan, owns a 2-bedroom house, but is intensely invested in landlords' rights for some reason. Only media he watches is News Nation. So have the mailers actually kicked in? Let's look at trends. Trends.google.com. Okay. Hasan Piker 9/11. This is in the past day. Hold on. Past 90 days. Oh, big blip. Big blip. I guess no one searched it. By the way, it's not even in Minnesota is searching me more than, okay. Little blip on October 7, 8, 9. Only on October 17. Another major blip, which I suspect is that when the debate happened? Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Virginia. Number 3, New York. Okay, let's look at Hasan Piker. Okay, nope, not a lot of motion there. Peaked at October 9th. Mostly in DC. Why is it always DC? It always freaks me out that DC is the number one place that is searching me every time. Yeah, it's mostly collar, shock collar, dog collar, cruelty to animals, shock. And then at third place is Hasan GQ. And then at fifth place is Hasan Piker GQ. So yeah, it hasn't had the same motion as even Doctober 7 or Shocktober 7 did. The trend for your name, No 9/11, has had his all-time max around October 9th, the Kaya Saga. Yes. What is this? Google. Wait. America deserved 9/11. Hasan Piker's vile comments exposed. Eric Adams for New York City 1 month ago. All right, we gotta tweak the algo, folks. We gotta tweak the algo. Okay, that's what I've learned, and I want to know by not sub-region, but by countries. Not by United States, but worldwide. I wonder where they're searching my name the most. I'm kind of surprised it's not Israel. United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Finland. What is this? You're never beating the allegations? Hasan Abi Gaming. We got to put the meat pick up every time people search Hasan Piker or Hasan Abi 9/11. That's what we got to do. Well, everybody posts Hasan's meat pick with the words Hasan Piker 9/11, and I'm sure the search results will be super normal next week. He has post tasteful nudes as an algorithm reset. That's what I need to do. Anyway, but yeah, that's cool that this is what they're trying to do as a last ditch effort. Very strange. I also don't know who Rebecca Kadaga is, and everything I know about Siraj Wahhaj is that he's just a prominent Muslim religious leader. That is important for Muslim New Yorkers, and virtually every single person running for mayor before or after has actually linked up with him. Giancarlo showed me that all of your ops are coming out for Cuomo. Yeah, it's incredible. It's like, look at these scary black and brown people. Look at these scary Muslims. They're all radical. He wasn't, no, Megaphonics DJ, you are wrong. Siraj Wahhaj wasn't an unindicted 9/11 conspirator. He was an unindicted former World Trade Center bombing former unindicted conspirator. As in, it wasn't the 9/11, it was the last time before, it was in the one in 93. Is Megaphonics DJ Megaphonics' other account? What's happening? Of course, Matthew Castle's in the tank for Cuomo. Yeah, Matthew Castle is a features reporter at Jewish Insider, a big op of mine, big time Hasbara boy. The source of Cuomo's surge in donations suggests many Jewish New Yorkers continue to oppose frontrunner Zohran Mamdani over his positions on Israel and the war in Gaza. They're just so aggressively trying to prop up Cuomo, which is a failure. The thing that I don't understand about like the Google Hasan 9/11 comments, by the way, is that it doesn't do anything to Zohran Mamdani. All it, at most, like the maximum impact that it would have is not against Zohran Mamdani, but against me. And if you think I'm your number one op, then you've already lost the election. You know what I mean? Like, because at most, the only thing you get out of this, at most is like Zohran Mamdani will come out and be like, I disavow Hasan Piker, right? He hasn't done so yet. But even if he did do that, which I think it would be a silly thing to do regardless, because there's no reason to. But let's say he did that, right? He hit the